What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today we're going to be doing kind of a little bit different thing. We're going to be playing with one of my subscribers who is actually a guy that I've been watching for a little while now, and he's on the same journey I am just to gain elo. He's rated quite a bit higher than me, and you guys should definitely go follow, like, subscribe, all of his content. He's awesome. He's going to help me today, and we're going to go play a game and probably just game review it and talk about the moves that I could have done, should have done, and maybe I did do that were good, bad, and ugly. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Going. So, what's happening,
All right.
guys? This is a I'm Nolan. This is Net Chess and Chill, and I'm here with Austin, who is Kiwi Neanderthal, and
Kiwi chess.
sorry. Here,
You're
let's
good.
restart. Let's restart this. All right.
No, you're good. It's
Okay.
this. It's fine.
All right, guys. So we're gonna be doing like a coached sort of session. Like we're gonna play a game of chess, and he's gonna let me kind of play like a London against him, and then we're gonna analyze the game and go through it. And if you don't mind, Kiwi, tell me what your rating is, so everybody knows.
I am rapid 1645 today.
Okay, and I'm rated 671, so that puts a few things in perspective. So I guess without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna send you an invite over. Um,
Yeah, let's do it.
oh, hold on, having a little bit of a. Let's refresh.
You're good.
Um,
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think we play similar openings. We can just kind of go through, talk about the game afterwards, and maybe just some things to try out.
Absolutely, I agree. So
So,
I know the first move of the London, right? Like so the first move is gonna be D4, right?
yeah,
So after that, we bring the bishop out. Is I guess typically what happens. And
that's weird. My clock isn't moving.
oh,
Okay, there we go. Now it's going.
hey. So I'm gonna bring my bishop out. We're gonna come over to f4, and from here I know that I need to either push my pawn, which is probably ideal. I'm just gonna throw the pawn move forward, and I know my two squares for my knights that I should go for. And you're not doing like a King's Indian or anything. Now
No, no. I
this is
um
challenging me though, right? Like,
This is what I like to play against systems in general where the opponent brings out their queenside bishop,
mm-hmm.
where I can kind of try to immediately exploit it by deploying my queen to b6 or b3 and
Okay.
kind of try to pile up on the loosened b2 or b7 pawn.
Okay. Yeah, and so now I'm at a point where I'm like, oh God, he's attacking that, and I have a defense. I mean, I can take back if he does take or if he pushes. That's something too, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know whether I should push my pawn, like from C to C2 to C3, or whether I should,
Uh-huh.
um, just develop naturally with my other knight, or maybe my bishop on F1 to F3, or excuse
Right.
me, to D3. Um, let's see. So, I mean, I'm wasting time, right? So maybe I'll just, play kind of just concise chess. We'll go with I'm gonna move my knight here. I feel like this is versatile, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
So where are you
So
from, Nolan?
I am from Virginia. Where are you from, Austin?
Virginia? No kidding. I'm over in Maryland.
Okay, close enough, man. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, that's funny.
Small
What
world.
part of Virginia?
Richmond, actually.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, man. Small world. Are you anywhere near Baltimore?
Yeah, I'm like 40 minutes north of Baltimore.
Okay. So now I'm like, man, I wish I had pushed my C pawn, right, to C3. Like, because my queen, we could do a queen trade right now, and I could open up my rook, and I'd be okay. Or we could just sit there and stare at each other with them, whatever you
Mm.
preferred. But me doing this knight move, now I'm like, okay. But I could just reroute maybe to a different square, right? Like, but then I'd be moving my knight twice in the opening, which is probably frowned upon. Um, I could push my b pawn to b3. I see that. And that would probably mean that you wouldn't be mean and take my pawn. Or I could do something weird and just bump my queen over. I don't know if that's a great move, but um oh goodness gracious. This is me being nervous playing chess. I want to
Yeah,
defend it. I want
just
to defend it.
take a breath, bro. It's all good. We're just having fun.
Oh
This
yeah,
isn't.
it is super fun. This is what I want is challenging play. You've challenged my opening. So, um I'm going to do this guy.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do this.
That sounds like what I was worried about cuz I'm now going to move my knight and you're just going to take my pawn. But uh and he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Um okay, from here I would definitely okay. Is that check bad? Probably.
I wouldn't say it's bad.
Okay. Um
It
so I'm
it
going
didn't
to
really do a whole lot because I wanted to develop my pieces anyway.
yeah, you're really ahead in development on me. That's for sure. Um I want a castle queenside, but I feel like that is not what I should do. Um, I need to develop pieces probably. Let's see. Um, oh goodness gracious. See, now I'm out of my comfort zone, right? Like this is my problem. Probably why I'm rated what I'm rated is it's hard for me to.
Come up with plans.
Yeah, I mean, like I see so much stuff, and I'm like, oh man, what's going on?
Yeah.
Um, Especially if you have something really in mind and I'm not seeing, it's like, oh man, I must be missing something. But you could just be freestyling it, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. Um,
I'm freestyling it
I
right now,
love,
dude.
I love
I
that.
have never had this position before. That's for sure.
I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna just do something maybe silly and well, no, we're gonna do this. I'm wasting. You're literally doubled on my time. So, oh, gosh, play a little faster. I can castle both ways. He doesn't know which way I'm going. Now that's scary. So he's gonna move his knight, and my queen's totally gonna need to move. That's like a tempo. So maybe we just come back, right? To me, that just seemed like a good move, but I just calculated knight takes, right? That was all I. That was as far as I went with that. Oh gosh, we got Kiwi thinking. He's concocting a plan, a destructive plan of my nice
Uh, you
pieces.
know me. You know me, dude.
Dude, you're maniacal, man.
What can I say?
I believe in you.
Wow, thank you. That means the world.
It's all right, man. Like we got this. I think so far so good, but I am Blunderman, so we will see.
Huh. I have a couple different thoughts here.
Would you mind telling me one of them?
Uh, Knight e4, Queen e7.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Oh
those are
man.
probably my two candidate moves.
Yeah, 94 looks scary to me. That's what I was looking at. And you said Queen E7?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um,
I do think that I'll just be kind of simple.
well, you say that, but this seems like, not healthy for me. Um, so what if I just kick you out? Is that like a bad move? Do you have anywhere else you were planning on going? Like here, I guess? Okay. So that was not a bad move then. Okay. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. Rerouting. This is tough. Um, what if I just kind of like? It's a very defended square. I could. Man, this is tough, dude. I want to. I probably should castle, right? Like, I mean, I'm like in a very open position. I'm gonna do this.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a little sketchy.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna try my best. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was sketchy. You were right. Okay. So, Blunderman showed his face today.
That wasn't like a. It wasn't like a blunder in one move. You blundered a check. You know, like that's.
Well, now my queen and my king are on the same file, which feels scary too, right? Like, um,
Yeah, the one thing I would say to encourage you is like, and I struggle with this a lot too, is you look at something and you might say, oh, this looks scary, but if you think about it, like my light square bishop, which is the only thing that could really exploit what you just said, is trapped inside of my pawn chain. So like I can't do anything with that.
sure. Okay.
So the worst thing that I could do is try to line up my queen on the same diagonal and trade queens with you, which obviously is a threat given that you're down material, but like
Well, I'm just saying, like, with that being said, all your pawns are on light squares. So on this diagonal, I am shut down, boy. Like, shut
yeah, yeah.
down. And I also, on with that being said, your bishop has this cool little move to a4 where he's got my queen and my rook in his sights.
Yeah, but then you would just take.
Well, yeah, but you could set it up right. Like, right now I'm on my back foot. So, right now, I mean, I've no tempo, I suppose, but Um, I'm just gonna move my queen over. I don't know. I don't like being on that file, and I would like to be on a different file. But I am worried about my existence. Um, yeah, this is rough. Rough, rough, rough. Um, um, this is a tight spot, man. I'm in a tight spot. Uh, oh my goodness gracious. Whatever are we to do? I'm just gonna say that we should do some pawn stuff, but that's just my non-professional opinion. Um, your pawn structure looks so much better than mine.
Definitely looks pretty healthy. I got Connect 4.
Yeah,
I
dude,
won that.
you look great right now. Yeah,
Eric
I'm,
Rosen would definitely be pretty happy.
dude. I think so. I'm very jealous, but I'm just gonna keep doing my noob stuff if you don't mind. So here I go.
I don't know how to do different color highlights. I don't know if that's only an analysis board thing or what.
What do you mean?
But
Like the red? Like clicking a red square? I just right click.
yeah, you can make it red, but I know that there are ways that like other chess YouTubers will be able to access blue and green and red and like have red arrows instead of gold, like stuff like that. So I don't. I'm sure it's just an analysis board or something.
All right, so you're attacking my rook. I have no time. I need to like super move fast. You're being mean to me. I don't want to move backwards, right? So, but hold on. Is that a fork too? No, no. I'm safer there, but you're just gonna be okay. I'm doing this. I feel like I don't have time to think very much. Um, this is sketchy. My life be like ooh ah you. Oh man, look at this guy. He is coming down the mountain. Oh my gosh. All right. This is what I'm doing. Leave me be. You mean night, you. You are mean. Go away. I'm doing this. Oh man. Leave me be. You beast. Oh man. I'm in a terrible spot. Rawr. Be gone.
Mm.
Whatever, dude. We grown. This happening. Gosh. What are we to do? I'm looking terrible. This is awful. I'm running my king. I'm coming to say hi to you. Oh god. This is not going well. Um
Come say hi.
I don't
I
really
don't
have
bite.
I don't have much to say anymore. Rawr. This is tough, dude. This analysis is gonna hurt my feelings for sure.
Be alright.
Uh yeah, so I got nothing now, right? Like I mean I can like move my king back and forth and stuff and you can just hurt me with checks. Eventually ruin me. My rook should probably not be here anymore, but I don't really have anywhere to go with it. Yeah. Okay. I know where the resign button is, but I'm gonna let it play out. Go ahead. Take me.
You don't you don't have to.
No, I want you to put me away like a normal. Yeah. I don't know. To me, I feel like I'm such a low rating I shouldn't be able to resign. So,
Mm.
there you go.
Mm.
To me, yeah. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I can get back here though. I'm still gonna get away, but you. Oh, here I go. Hide. Run for your life. I'm excited right now. I'm just gonna be back here. I'm in your fort, but I can't do anything. So you can back rank me right now if you want to. Oh man, I'm just gonna hang back here. See, now you can't back rank me. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. You gotta give me one more move, or it's not back rank. There you go. Hey. Oh man, my feelings,
I really thought about just like promoting so much stuff.
dude.
Alright, so I had 5 misses.
Yeah, it was pretty. That was pretty good though. Like, I mean, I don't know. I felt like I definitely learned that you're better than me, and I need to work on my opening to get a little better too.
Whatever.
Do you want to go through the analysis?
Yeah, for sure. I have it pulled up on my screen. We can just walk through it on separate pages.
Okay. So
So,
let me switch over to my um.
yeah, 3 c5, extremely normal. Knight d2 is technically that is the best move. So nice job there. I think c3 is a viable variation.
Hold on one
Um,
second if you don't mind.
you're good.
Trying to get my. I don't have a game review today, so it goes to.
Oh man, you're gonna have a YouTube channel and you're not gonna pay for chess.com membership?
Are you serious, dude? Oh, dude, I played with 80.8% accuracy apparently, and you played with 86% accuracy. So I can do a game review of a. I mean, you were beating the crap out of me the whole game though, so I'm not gonna show that part of everything. But okay, okay, I feel a little better that I played with 80.8. Like that feels good, sort of. Feels good, man. All right, so I started with the London, right? Like, I mean, I started all right with moving my bishop out, right? That's how you would do it, correct?
Yeah,
And then
definitely. Yeah,
do you,
I always play bishop f4 and usually I play e3 next. Yeah.
E3, yeah, and okay, so I did that as well. And so, what do you like to do when you push that pawn to C5? Like,
So against c5, the most principled response is technically c3. So that
oh,
way, anytime that let's say if black were to capture on d4,
mm-hmm.
you can recapture with the e pawn instead of having to do it with the c pawn. That's that's pretty normal.
Okay, so me playing my knight move was obviously it said it's the best move, which is weird
Yeah,
on this game review, but
it's a good move. It's not it's just not, I would say, thematic.
yeah, I
Like
like. I noticed in the game though immediately when you moved your queen out, I was like, dang it, I wish I did that because I do like moving my queen to B3 to do that
hmm
queen trade. You know what I mean?
So let's look at it together. Let's say three let's say 4 c3, queen b6, queen b3. Let's say in this position I play c4, which is the most typical response.
Yeah.
What do you usually play in that position?
Um. Could I just take your queen? Would that
Yeah,
be
you
bad?
can
I
yeah,
mean,
you
I
can
know it
take
would
the
open up
queen.
your rook, but I know another. I think I've seen a video where another response is to just back the queen up. Am I wrong? To
Yeah.
C2 again, or is that not the right square?
Queen c2 is what I would recommend
Okay.
doing in this position because it's more than just the rook that gets active. A very thematic continuation in positions where you trade queens and whoever has doubled b pawns against this like triangle pawn structure,
Okay.
it's very common for whoever has the doubled pawns to just push the b pawn and kind of just sacrifice it on b4 or b5 and just kind of try to open things up on the queen side because the pawns are pointing in that direction, the king side bishop points in that direction. Chances are your rook is going to still be pinned. Your rook will be undefended because your king side is still undeveloped. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Can we
So
go
that's
through it
why
real quick one more time, just so like you move your queen, like start back a little bit, like so you move your queen out like you actually did, and say I
mhm.
actually play C3. So from there, what would you do again?
All right, hey, let's try this. Do you think that you have it set up on your computer that I could share my screen now?
Um, no, I mean you're
And you
fine.
can,
I just wanted to know your next move. I missed one of your moves, basically, is what
yeah,
I
it
was
would just be
asking.
easier if we were looking at the same board.
No, I know.
Um,
I think we should do that maybe in the future. While we're at it, might as well.
sure. All right, so after 4 c3, I would play 5 queen b6,
Okay.
or sorry, 4 queen b6, and then after queen b3 from white, c4 from black. Um, in that position, I would definitely recommend rocking your queen back to c2.
Okay. So let's get back to what actually happened. I moved my knight over to B3. That was definitely a mistake, is what the computer
Yeah,
says. It
yeah,
says
because
that
of c4.
it says the best move was actually to move to G or to excuse me to F3 with my other knight. I guess and just give up that pawn. But the computer is kind of funny, right?
Well, um, whenever somebody is threatening to come and take that pawn,
Mm-hmm.
you honestly shouldn't be that afraid of it, because let's say that after knight gf3
Yeah.
on move 5,
Yeah.
if queen takes b2
Yeah.
on move 5 from black, then for black, you're basically just like getting your queen trapped. So c4 is a good move after that. Rook b1 is a good move after that.
Okay.
And you're going to open up all these lines on the queen side. Like, you're going to forfeit your B and A pawns, but it's just kind of like
I got you.
it doesn't really matter. You get thorough compensation, and white is actually better in those positions. So that's why a lot of times you'll hear or see variations similar to this called like the poisoned pawn variation,
Yeah. 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 I've heard that.
because like, yes, black can take the pawn here, but it's not really good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So I was worried about it in the game. Obviously, I think I murmured some
yeah,
stuff, and you pushed your pawn to c4, and I needed to move my knight, and I pushed it. I moved it forward, and the computer didn't like that move at all. I called it a mistake. It wanted me to go back to the square I was on,
yeah,
d2. Um, so from there, with my pawn or with my knight, excuse me, on c5, you pushed your pawn. It said it was a missed opportunity. I'm sure there was some computer genius skill, but your bishop gets to see my horsey now,
yeah.
so I know
I
that
just
was
kind of wanted to go for like a less sharp game where you and I could kind of just play a bit.
no, and
I,
I
f- I
appreciate
feel
that.
like I feel like taking on b2 is definitely the best move, and the reason why you should be afraid of it in this position, previous to the like compared to the previous position, is because you don't have a knight on c3 or d2 to defend the b1 square. So like, basically your queenside pawns and your queenside squares around your king
Mm-hmm.
are a lot looser without your knight closer to your king to defend things.
Okay.
So in that position, it makes a lot of sense why taking on b2 is best, because
And I also noticed my knight is trapped. If I wanted to leave, there's nowhere for me to go. You know what I
right.
mean? Like I could go to a4, but that's just a one move. My knight's on the edge of the board move, right? Like that's not a good
Hmm.
move. So no, you're right. Like that was, definitely a weird move by me. And I moved my pawn the next move to c3 to kind of like make that little pyramid structure.
Yep.
The computer didn't like that very much, but I thought it was all
Yeah,
right.
because it's just because it wins. Like, so when I took on c5 and you recaptured with the pawn, the best move is technically again to take on b2, because there's not really a good way to defend the c3 pawn
Okay.
after you pushed it.
Yeah, I
But
see. I see.
um and like, I don't need to recapture the pawn on c5 right away,
It's there.
because it's not going to be defendable at all by any of your pieces.
Sure.
So it's fine for me to just take my queen and,
I got you.
yeah,
Yeah,
take
because
on
my
b2.
next move was just this stupid queen check on a4, and
Hmm.
the best move was just to keep developing, get my knight out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, you just blocked it easily with your knight, which is why I think it was just not a good move. You could have done it with your bishop too, and made me move my queen again.
yeah. It was like the engine says. It wasn't like a mistake or anything. It was just an inaccuracy, because it didn't really do much for your position, but instead it actually helped me do what I was already planning on doing.
Right. And so I just developed my bishop one square to e2, and that wasn't necessarily the best move either. It wanted my knight out again. You
Yeah.
castled, which was an inaccuracy, but honestly, like you said, you're pretty solid right now. You have connect four. Like, I mean, you're
Hmm.
looking good. I finally, on the move after that, got my knight out, which is great.
Yep.
The computer definitely wanted that. You just moved your bishop out. I was worried about my queen being kind of there, so I moved my queen back. It says that was the best move, so I'm pretty happy that I found that.
Yeah.
Um, Sorry,
It makes a lot of sense.
I'm moving a little fast. We're making decent moves at the moment, which is good,
No,
right?
you're not going too fast. You're good.
So you got your rook out basically. I mean, you're ready to kind of start activating your pieces more. That's a file that could definitely be under attack if I was doing stuff. But I end up doing something funny in a little bit. I played my knight forward to that e5 square, and you took with your knight, which it says it was just a good move. I wonder what it thought was the best. It wanted you to do a5, which is funny, like just a pawn forward. But I'm with you. I would have taken it because I was gonna try and take your bishop probably from there. Um, I took with my bishop, and you made the best move in the position to that e4 square. Uh, that's a great outpost for the knight. Did you see? Did you calculate all that? I guess before, like when I brought my knight out.
Um, yeah. Basically, I knew that f3 was the best move after 94, and what made me make the decision to make the move was calculating knight d6, because I knew that, like, let's say if you didn't castle in this position
Which I didn't.
and you, yeah, yeah, and you did, I don't know, made any other move, say like a3 or something, I knew that I could go to knight f5, and now I'm piling up on this pawn, and basically you're not going to be able to castle.
Okay.
So, but yeah, in that position, move 16, you did castle,
Yeah, it was tough,
which,
man. That was not a good move. It's straight up a blunder, and you showed me why. The best move in that position was for me to push the pawn and mess up your structure, is what the computer's saying to me. Um, but yeah, the blunder was terrible, man. Like, you came
yeah,
in like a freight train and just took my bishop. So,
yeah, and one of the center pawns too
oh yeah,
was
oh
tough.
yeah, oh yeah. Um, I kind of opened my when I went to attack your knight. I kind of left myself kind of vulnerable by pushing that other pawn, my f pawn.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad plan just to kind of try to make some chaos. Depending on like what kind of person you're playing against, it might kind of freak them out
Sure.
because, yeah,
Well,
like,
after that, I just bumped my king over. And well, excuse me, you took my bishop, my queen. I bumped my queen off that file. We kind of talked about it. I didn't like being on that file. It wasn't a bad move, but it wasn't the best move. You moved your knight out again to a pretty decent little outpost. You just have beautiful light squared, power right now.
hmm
I pushed my pawn forward because I knew my f pawn to f4 because I knew that your queen would need to kind of do something. You brought
right.
her right into my face. Thought about taking, but I didn't take. And my apparently my pawn move was the best move. So I'm pretty proud that I thought of that move as well.
There you go.
Um, and you taking is the best move. Me taking with the rook obviously is the next best move. Um, and pushing that other pawn on h4 is the next best move. Like I did pretty well right here. I was pretty proud of myself. I was
That's what
definitely
I'm saying.
I'm in a
Like in
losing
this
position.
position, you had a. It was definitely a good plan just to try to, make something happen on the king side.
Yeah, I was trying to consolidate, and then my rook move was actually the best move as well. Like I'm very proud of the way I played. I just didn't. I felt very down, even though you just felt so solid compared to me. You know what I mean?
hmm
You pushing your pawn on my king side, the queen side, I guess, is killing me.
Yeah.
And I'm pushing my pawns. I mean, good moves, good moves. And you attacking my rooks with your knight is obnoxious, of course. Um, and yeah, so you take my bishop, I take your knight, and from there I knew this was not gonna be good. You just kept pushing your pawns, and I was like,
Yeah.
gosh. So I pushed
That's
my
where all my that's where all my misses come from in the analysis. Is me just promoting all these extra pawns that I
Oh,
don't need.
that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean it's funny because I mean like you took and I didn't. I took right then, but like you went for the check, I moved my king, you brought your bishop down, and
Yeah,
me just on a king run right now.
yeah.
I took your rook, and so it's basically one rook, but you have a bishop, and your pawns are sexy. Um, I took finally in front of your king. Your king comes out, and I basically just gave you like a fortress. Like you could just chill there for the whole game. Um, yeah, because I pushed my pawn and you just move forward, and now you're in a cave. I can't get my king any closer to you, and there's nothing to do. So, yeah, it was pretty funny watching the end of the game because you just, I mean, you kind of had. I guess it's saying miss because you could just checkmate me at one, right? Like back
Yep.
rank. So that's funny,
Yeah.
dude.
Had to promote some extra pawns, just having fun.
I'm not gonna lie. It says your middle game was fantastic. You know what I mean? And it says I played like an 1100, which is probably the highest rating I've ever I've ever seen on my account. So,
There you go.
um, dude, I appreciate you helping me out and everything. This was very informative and very
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun.
So,
It's fun. If you do you wanna do some more tonight? Do you wanna do anything else?
I don't think I can do more tonight, but we can definitely do more another time. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna end the recording now, and we can chat a little bit more. But I'm probably gonna